Hi, this is Dee. I'm gonna do a quick, hopefully quick video about toppers. Um, this is mainly for Deborah. I I can't remember your full name, but you just posted, and I said, well, maybe I'll do a video and show you the differences. But for anybody who's curious about toppers and not sure what to look for, what might work for them, whether they'd like them or not, now that I have a few different toppers, different types of bases, I can kind of show you the differences. If you're new to this, it might help. This is my real hair in all its glory, all my gray roots and my thinning. This is what I have to work with. Not as bad as it could be, but it's not good. Definitely enough that I need something more than powder. So this is my first topper I ever bought. That was my first hair purchase. It's a Uniwigs 5x5 lace Brazilian. It's I got the straight hair because I figured I can curl it, but I didn't want too curly, so but this was my first one because I wasn't sure exactly what would work and whether I would even like this or not. And so I ordered this. It was about 150 bucks because I think I got like 20 inches long. And here is the base, okay? This is 5 inches across, 5 inches long. And some people call these toppers, technically it's a lace closure. It's called a closure. It's just I don't know if you can kind of see my face through some of it. It's just the thin Swiss lace, like mesh net, kind of. And they put 4 of the topper clips on it. These are technically closures are really meant to be like sewn in. You go to a salon that does sewn in hair and extensions, and they actually like weave it into your hair somehow. A lot of African American women do the sew in, and they use closures like this. And but you can make them into toppers, which Uniwigs does offer the option to have this with clips. One of my clips is falling off here. I need to resew it. But so this is human hair. It's Brazilian. It did not come with bangs. It just came all straight, one length. The thing about these, they're nice, I think, because the net, the lace is pretty thin. So this thing is really lightweight. It's not super heavy, and it doesn't have a ton of hair. It's pretty light density. You can see my finger through there, so you can see, what your scalp would look like. It looks pretty natural. I mean, you can see the little knots where the hairs are sewn on. And if you look close, of course, you can see the netting. But with your skin behind it, you really can't see it much. It looks pretty natural. And lace ones like this are the cheapest option. There's lace, there's silk tops, and there's monofilament tops. Lace is the cheapest and actually the lightest. So if you're worried about being hot in the summertime and it being like too hot and sweaty on your head, these are a good option because they're probably the lightest weight option you have. And this does look natural. I did wear it straight for a while. I'm going to take this ponytail out and try to actually put this on. And even though it does have the lace front, so you could wear it, right up to your hairline, but I wasn't comfortable with that. So I ended up pulling out some of my bio hair a little bit in front of it and kind of blending it in, and I could wear it straight like that, parted in the middle or on the side. But I did end up eventually deciding I wanted bangs in it because I'm kind of more of a bang person. I've had bangs for years, and I hate my big wrinkled white forehead, so I tend to prefer bangs. Okay, so let's see if we can do this here. No, I don't need to pull out bio hair now because it's got the bangs in it. And I'm probably not gonna do the best job here, making it perfectly neat and all that. I have it covered. Normally I would put some powder. I use this Gray Away powder that comes with a little sponge thing in the bottom, and you just kind of, you know, sponge it on your roots. Cover up my gray roots before I put this on, but I didn't, just to make this, try to make the video quick. So this, yeah, this looks terrible because my gray is showing through. I didn't put it on very good, but basically you get the idea. So you clip it on where you're comfortable, you know, up to your hairline, whatever looks normal. Clip all 4 clips down, and then you just brush the topper hair in with your own hair in the bottom. Which my hair, normally I would flat iron my hair first, so it's not like a big, you know, frizzy, wavy, tangly mess underneath there. But now this is the natural color. That means it's unprocessed. It hasn't been dyed or bleached or anything. It's just natural. So I could bleach this and lighten it if I wanted and re-dye it another color or whatever, because it's human hair. It just so happened I've been coloring my hair pretty dark. It's like a real dark brown, almost black, not quite black. So this natural Brazilian color pretty much blended in and matched with mine perfect. You can't really tell. So, and I don't know if this lighting is funky, but here. Yeah, see? So there's my scalp. You can kind of see the net, but not a lot. I mean, if you're real close up, you can, but from far away, nobody can tell. I've never had one person be able to tell when I wore this out in public. They thought it was my own hair because it matches my own hair. And actually, even though this is straight Brazilian hair, you can see it's not like stick straight. I mean, it's very natural. It kind of goes with the texture of my natural hair a lot, because my hair's got, you know, frizziness to it. It's not silky smooth straight hair. I've never had smooth hair. So this is very realistic and believable because it has a teeny bit of that texture to it. You know, it's not completely silky smooth. So, and this is pretty lightweight, really. This one is easy to be able to put back in barrettes or pull it up, you know, in a ponytail if I want. Pull my whole hair up, and very easy. So if you want something you can wear in a ponytail, if it's hot out, get it up off your neck. These are great for that. Bangs or no bangs, either way, it'll work. You can do a lot with them. So there's option number 1. Let me unclip this and move to our next piece. And when I take these off, because they do, you know, the clips will kind of tangle, I kind of wiggle them back and forth. If you wiggle it back and forth, it kind of helps get those clips to not like end up getting tangled up and stuck in your hair. So that's one little trick for you. Okay, so option number 2, which I haven't brushed her, she's a mess. This was my second topper that I ever bought. I decided to try a synthetic one instead of a human hair. And I was lucky and found a good deal on clearance at namebrandwigs.com in their clearance section. I just happened to find a Jon Renau Easy Part XL, which is the extra large base. They have an Easy Part that's a smaller, like 2-inch kind of strip, you know, and then the XL is bigger. It's kind of like a pear-shaped base that widens out bigger, gives you more coverage. And this is heat defiant synthetic hair, and they just happen to have one on clearance in a color number 4 brown. So I thought, well, that's dark enough, I can probably make that work, and it does work. You know, a lot of people say, oh, you need to match your color exactly so nobody can tell and it'll look natural, and I don't think you have to have an exact match. I mean, you know, if it bothers you, you might, but I guess I'm not that picky, or I don't know, it just works for me. I mean, my real natural dyed hair is almost black, not quite. It's probably hard to see for sure, but it's pretty dark. This is a number 4 brown, so you can see it's lighter than my hair for sure. But it still works. I mean, I have worn this out a lot. This is one of my favorite pieces, and nobody's been able to tell. Not one person has ever known. And even when I've told some people it was fake hair on top, they couldn't believe. They were like, oh my God. So anyway, the thing here, I'll show you the base, okay? So, and actually, okay, this is how the Easy Part XL is supposed to go. It's a pear-shaped base. So it's only, I don't know, a couple inches wide up here, and then it widens out to like 5 or 5.5 inches, I think, here. It has the clips, there's 4 clips all the way around. But when I first got it, I put it on the way you're supposed to, and it's got this plasticky looking polyurethane border where the clips are sewn on. And when I clipped it on, that front clip right there, dead center, you have to clip that like right to the very front of your hairline, clip that on there, and then clip the rest on. And I could still see the clip and that plastic polyurethane border. No matter how tight I clipped that down to my head, I could still see that. And I tried to make it work. I tried pulling out some of my hair in front. I tried putting it a little farther back. I tried putting it right up front. I messed with it, and I just could not get it to where I couldn't see that. And then I got depressed, and I thought, great, I just wasted money on this. I can't wear this like this. So then one day, and I didn't like where it's set, like when I had it on with the skinny part in front, and I tried to like pull up the sides and maybe pull it up in a barrette or ponytail, those sides would kind of, you know, flip up here. They were in an odd spot. It just wasn't laying right for me. So I ended up deciding to turn it backwards one day. And I thought, well, what if I put the wide part in front? Because I need more coverage in the front than I did in the back, really. So I tried it that way, and I liked it better. The way it covered and the way it laid and everything, was happy with that. But, you know, I still had that polyurethane line and that clip. So eventually I just gave in and decided, you know, I tried putting some Topic powder on the front there and eyeshadow and all that to try to make it brown and try to cover it, mask it, but I could still see that front border enough that it bothered me. So the only option for me was to cut bangs into it, which is what I ended up doing. Luckily, with these pieces, the hair fibers are great. I like the heat-resistant Jon Renau hair fibers. They're very soft, very natural looking, not too shiny, fakey, plasticky, not like Barbie hair. They've got nice movement. You know, I like everything about that. And luckily, because that's a monofilament base, that's what monofilament looks like. It's kind of, see, it's kind of like that net mesh lace closure stuff, but it's a little denser, thicker, more sturdy, and it's more expensive. But the way the hairs are tied on these, they fall nice. So this was easy to cut bangs into. You know, when I brushed some of the hair down in front to see how I would want to cut the bangs, it just fell nice and smooth and natural. So it was easy to cut bangs. Totally worked. And the scalp, you know, looks natural where the bangs come down and separate and you see a little bit of the mono. Looks very natural. You can part this any which way, middle, side, wherever you want. That's the great thing about monofilament base. So I'm gonna try to get this puppy on me. Quit blabbing. Trying to keep this video short, but my videos always end up longer than I hoped. So I'm just going to do this quick and easy way. But for those of you who have a hard time getting the clips to stay in and stay put and grab onto your hair real good, I've heard a lot of people say they've tried and they just can't get it to clip nice and tight and it kind of moves around. This stuff, I don't know if you can see that good. It's volumizing powder. Other brands make a similar thing too. Some of them are called texturizing powder, volumizing powder. This one is Beyond the Zone Rock On. This one is tinted dark brown. They have it in a light brown and then they have it non-tinted too. I like the dark brown because it matches my hair, but I just put a little, sprinkle of this right here on the front where that front clip is going to clip in. And it's like a sticky powder. It kind of has a sticky feel to it. So it just helps that front clip grip in and stay put really good. I didn't bother right now for the video, but that's what I would normally do. If I was going to wear this out in public, I would definitely put some of that and make it stay put and clip in real good. Or if you don't have any of that, you can try hairspray, a good stiff stronghold hairspray. Just squirt a little on that front spot, let it dry a little bit and get sticky, and then clip your clip in, and that puppy will clip nice and tight and stay a lot better. So now this, she probably needs to be washed. I haven't washed her and taken real good care of her. But just to give you an idea, she's kind of sitting fluffy. Now these do have decent volume. I've seen some people buy these and say, oh, it's too much hair on top. It just looks too much and too fake for me because I'm not used to having that much hair. And they are a decent volume, but I don't think they're too much, honestly. These Easy Parts, I wouldn't say they've got like tons of hair, not way too much. I think it's decent, kind of in the middle. If you want to thin it out some, you can thin them out. If you're not comfortable doing it with thinning shears, take it to a hairdresser and have them do it professionally. But they can be thinned out if you're just not comfortable with the thickness. But you don't have to go that far, because as you can see, just even the heat of your hands can kind of smooth that down. You can wear it more straight and mellow, like this. Smooth it down. Of course, like I said, she's a mess. I need to wash her and take care of her better. I've really abused the heck out of this girl. But see, with knowing how much darker my hair is, and she's shorter than my real hair. She's only a 12-inch, and my hair is probably, I think, about 16 inches. And I can still make her work. Now, right now, this maybe doesn't look the best because I haven't styled it or done anything with my hair. But in a pinch, I could run out like this and I wouldn't be too embarrassed. People might just think, oh, she has a weird haircut or some weird layers, but, but to be honest, most of the time when I wear this piece, I wear it as an updo. I like to have this as a bang piece that I can, maybe leave a couple of little wispies out here. And then let's see if I can kind of do it real quick and show you. These brush back real nicely. Of course, I would touch up my gray on my sides there. I need to dye my hair and get rid of the gray. It's way overdue, but in the meanwhile, when I'm in between colorings, I just use that powder and kind of, go over all my gray. Cover that up so it doesn't show as bad. I'm going to do this real messy. I like these clips, the claw clip kind of thing for a pony, because I've got my hair and the topper hair. Of course, I would smooth this top and make it more, but I like it for an up high little, spiky pineapple ponytail. That's my pineapple. And this is normally how I wear her because it's a great summer hot weather piece. It's pretty light on my head. It's not like real heavy, like it's weighing me down, and it doesn't feel heavy or uncomfortable at all. The clips aren't pulling and hurting. It's up off my neck, and it's cute. Of course, like I said, I did it really messy. But you get the idea. I mean, once you fix and brush the bangs and fix the top, and you can put a little hairspray in it, spike that up, and have a cute little summer updo that's very comfortable, and this thing will stay on all day. I've never had a problem with it slipping or falling off. Hair in my mouth. They're great, and everybody has told me, "Oh God, your hair is so cute, and it looks, I love your new cut," and nobody has known that it was fake. Nobody. So this is one of my favorite girls. And now I've got another one of these. I was lucky enough to find a used one that a friend was selling. Same exact piece, but in an 18-inch instead of a 12. So now I have one that's a little longer, but I haven't cut bangs in her yet. I still have to do that so I can start wearing her too. But you get the idea. I mean, these have enough volume. If you wanted real big, well, that doesn't look good, but you get the idea. I mean, you can really mess with the synthetic hair fibers and get them fluffed up big. If you like big hair, you can part it on the side if you wanted to. Of course, she's not behaving good right now for a good example, but you get the idea. If I had more time to actually style her right, make her look good, you can see what I mean. But she parts on the side, she parts in the middle, she'll part wherever you want. You can do half up, half down kind of do's. You can do up do's. You can, just check your sides. Like here's the edge of her where she's laying. You can even put extra clips if you do wear it up a lot like that, and you find, oh, this corner flap is kind of pulling up here, and you can pull a little more hair down to hide that, is what I normally do, because I'm lazy. But you can add extra clips. Eventually I may just sew an extra clip here in these corners, or you can use some got to be glued or whatever, But these are simple, easy pieces that work. If you're a bang person. If you just can't stand bangs and you hate yourself with bangs, then I would honestly say the easy part is probably not going to be your best option. I'm sure there are people out there who have made them work without bangs and wear them like that and found a way. I don't know, but for me personally, I tried. I messed with it and played with it, and I just could not get that polyurethane edge. I just don't like that. So, great bang piece though. So now, God, this hair looks horrible. Okay. Third and final piece, I think, final. This is a totally different style than the other two. This is a mono base topper, but with a lace front. And it's got wefts around it. This is a Beltress top wave, 18-inch long topper. It's not wavy anymore. Now it's straight, but it used to be a top wave. It's been flat ironed, and she doesn't seem to want to recurl. I bought this one used. It was secondhand. It's been used and worn and not brand new. So, I'm sure eventually over time, if you flat iron heat defiant hair enough, it eventually probably loses its ability to recurl, but that's okay because I actually kind of like the way she looks straight. She's pretty. She's a way lighter color than my hair, as you can tell. But here is what the base looks like on these. Now, this front part is lace, kind of like that lace closure one I have. The lace is a little different. It's a little stiffer, more scratchy lace, because there are different types of lace. So I don't know if this doesn't feel like Swiss lace. It feels like little bit harder, scratchier lace, but it's still pretty, you know, pretty natural looking or transparent anyway. And then this whole, there's this little strip of polyurethane plastic, and then the rest is monofilament. So you can part it anyway, middle, side, whichever side you want, wherever you want. And you've got the lace front, so you don't have to have bangs. You can wear this right up to the front of your hairline if you want. And then it's got a few wefts of extra space. These are stretchy, just like kind of part of a wig. And then it's got the 4 clips. So, I should have flat ironed my hair before this demonstration. But we're gonna try this. Let's see. And this is gonna look horrible but I want to show you something and make a point here. So, and see, clip placement is, the size of your base that you pick for a topper is important depending on your hair loss. You know, some people don't need one this wide. These ones, the clips go all the way over to the sides here, where on my other one they were more, you know, up here. So it's a good idea to have more than one topper with clips in different spots, so that way if you're wearing them every day, you can switch on and off and not wear the same one, so your clips aren't always in the same spot, rubbing on the same spot, because eventually you can get thinning spots or balding spots where your clips are. If you clip them in the same place every day, eventually it can rub some of that hair away, and they can get kind of sore sometimes after wearing them like all day. Sometimes I'll notice that, but generally they're not that uncomfortable for me. Toppers have worked out fairly well. I'm gonna stretch this back and clip those back ones down. And okay, so let me grab my little rat tail comb here. Like I said, I should have prepared better for this video. This is a bad example because my roots are so gray and my hair wasn't flat ironed, but I like to, even though it has the lace front, technically you're supposed to be able to wear it, you know, right up to your hairline to replace your own hairline. And if you don't have hair in front at your own hairline, then yeah, you can. But I like to use some of my own hair in front. Of course, right now it looks terrible because of my gray roots, but again, you get the idea, okay? And this is really tingly right now. Okay, I'm not gonna make this look good right now, am I? So I'm giving a bad example, but anyway, this is actually the one I have on my profile picture, believe it or not. Looks a lot better in the profile picture when I've taken more time to style it right. But here's the thing, okay? If I covered my gray roots, because of the dark rooting in this hair, it's got some pretty dark roots in there, so I can get away with pulling out a little of my dark bio hair in the front and blending. Now, if this wasn't rooted at all and it was all a lighter, you know, blondish color, and then I had my black roots, that might look kind of goofy, you know. But as it is, if I covered my gray properly and my hair wasn't looking so horrible right now, you can see where that would work. My issue is my real hair is a little shorter, well, it was shorter than the topper. So I did end up trimming a little bit off the topper to try to get it closer to my length, because it was just too much difference with the color difference. Now if this topper was dark, then it wouldn't matter. You wouldn't really notice it with my dark hair. But since it's such a different color, it stuck out like a sore thumb. So I tried to trim the topper a little bit shorter to hope it would blend a little better with mine. And when I flat iron my hair underneath, I can get away with it looking like the two-tone thing. Like I had my hair, you know, lightened on the top layer, and then I've got the darker undertone thing going on. And it kind of works. believe it or not. So that's another option too. And these, you know, same way, you can pull these back and up. I could, you know, pull it all into a ponytail if I want a two-tone ponytail. Or if, you know, that's just a little too weird for you, you just buy one closer to your real color. Maybe, you know, if you're a, say, a medium to dark brown color, you know, a number 4, number 6 brown would probably blend close enough. Or get a blend. Get something with a number 4 or number 6 base and roots, but maybe with some lighter caramel or blonde highlights or auburn or something, you know. Highlights, multi-tonal hair actually helps blend and hide a lot better than just one straight color. So, you know, unless you're dead set against highlights and you like solid colored hair, go for some highlights. Go for a multi-tone color, a mix or a blend, because then it's a lot easier to blend it in with different hair colors. If you happen to dye your hair one time and it turns out a little darker than normal, you'll be okay because there's multi-tones and darker roots, and it'll blend in okay enough. Nobody's gonna know. So that, I think, is the end of my video. I keep getting hair in my mouth. Sorry. Let me grab one more thing real quick. I'll show you one more thing. I'm not very organized here. I'm still new at this video thing. Not real good at it, but okay. This is my purple girl. I just love her. She's so cool. She's so cool. She's got shades. They're gonna fall off there. Okay. This was a wig. This was a full wig. Synthetic, cheap wig. I think this was like a $35 wig. It is Born Free Magic Lace in Deep Violet. I think it's MLU04 is the wig. But just to show you real quick, I decided to make this wig into a topper. So she's a lace front. She has a 4x4 inch U-shaped lace front, so you can see through, that you can part it anywhere in this lace space here. And then there's, you know, the wefting around, normal open wefted wig. But as you can see, I cut the bottom few wefts off of here and just left her as like the top half of a wig. So she's kind of like a topper, or a half wig, you know, half wig topper. Now she had a couple of combs. The wig came with a couple of combs in the front, but I'm gonna probably remove those and replace them with the snap, you know, pressure clips like you have in most toppers, because I like those clips better. They hold on better for me. And I'll probably put a couple of clips, you know, in the back too, and so I can clip her on good. But yeah, so you can take any cheap wig that's got the open wefts like this. You definitely want the wefted kind, because that makes it easier to cut, you know. See where I just cut those edges, these elastic bands that all the wefts are sewn onto? You just snip them all the way across, one row, wherever you want. And it thinned out the wig, because this was a ton of hair. This wig was like huge, lots of hair, way too much for me to look real. So by cutting off a few wefts and making it into a topper, it thinned her out a lot, made her more realistic. And yeah, once I get her clips sewn in and blend her with my dark hair underneath and curl mine to kind of try to match the curl pattern. And I tried starting with a marker to try to give her some dark, you know, black roots to kind of blend her in with mine, so when I pull out my bio hair in the front, it'll kind of blend with the dark rooting, and, you know. But yeah, she's pretty and she's really cool. These come with the dark brown lace in the front. I don't know if you can really see the lace color very good, but they're a dark brown lace because these are mainly made and sold for women of color. This brand and several other brands are like that too. So unfortunately, the brown lace, if I were to wear it right up to my hairline without any of my hair pulled out, it's not going to match my pale skin tone, and you're going to see it. So you're better off if you can pull a little of your own hair out to cover that, and maybe put some, eyeshadow or fiber powder or whatever. Um, you know, that'll make it blend. But you can make the dark lace front wigs work. And there's quite a variety, a lot of colors and styles and lengths and curl patterns, and a lot cheaper than some of the, high-end name brand wigs like John Renault and Raquel Welch. It's fun to experiment with these, and it's a cheap option because you can buy most of these for $50 and less. So you can switch up colors and whatever, but it's easy to make a wig. I have a video on that too. That's on my channel. So, and there's lots of YouTube videos better than mine on how to cut a wig into a topper. I've done it to a couple of them now, and it's kind of fun. So, I think that's all I can think of as far as toppers. Hopefully this has helped. If you have any questions, feel free to message me and ask me, or comment on the video. And this is longer than I hoped, so I don't know how to edit. Sorry. Bye. Thanks.